You know, these last couple of Christmas videos really haven't gone my way. First, I got scammed by the Intellivision Amico.
That's right.
Some vaporware console.
Tommy, there you are, Tommy. You've been dodging me. Where have you been?
Tommy's
Where's
character,
my money? Please, Tommy, answer me.
Everybody, man.
I had to sell my shirt to afford groceries. Tommy, please.
To be honest, that wasn't a concern for me on this console.
And then I had to pay back everyone for committing pastry fraud.
All subs, all donations, all t-shirt sales, all indie dessert sales, all of it goes to Frank's Pastries. I'd be stupid if it went anywhere else.
I need some Christmas cash this year, and fast. What should I do? Oh, I know. I'll put on a video game awards show and charge people to vote. No. That'll never work. I have a lot of stuff around here. Maybe I can sell some of it. Holiday gift guide. Whoop. Holiday gift guide. Welcome to my holiday gift guide, featuring only the finest retro gaming gifts available. First up is the Ultimate Super Stick from Bishu. This is one of the only ambidextrous NES controllers, with another being the Camerica Supersonic. It features both left and right buttons, but they are strangely mirrored, with the A and B button positions being reversed on the left side of the joystick. Why? There are suction cups, a slow motion function, dial-a-speed turbo, and it was produced by folks in good old New Jersey. Here, in fact. Thanks, Google Maps. For the super drinker out there, we have Super NES coasters, a set of 4, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, and Super Metroid. I don't happen to own any rectangular shaped glasses, but maybe you do, since that's how these are shaped. They're Super NES boxes. If you need an NES power supply and don't want to use the Nintendo brand, you can be a rebel and grab the Tengen AC adapter. That's right, Nintendo's legal rival released this for some reason, and oh, it's curved for 8-bit pleasure. Here's a box of 5 video game preservers. These plastic clamshell cases for NES games are supposed to protect your cartridges better than the standard sleeves do. In reality, they don't really make a difference, but kids thought these probably worked better since most of us didn't know about Q-tips and rubbing alcohol that were needed to clean games. This is a TV handheld game device featuring a ROM hack of the WWF WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge NES game from 1992. However, it swaps out a couple of characters. This game no longer works for me, brother! And it changes the WWF to WWE. Thank you, Panda people. The game itself is mediocre, and every wrestler has the same moves. The joystick is a little loose, but the strangest thing is this button layout, which can sprain your fingers if you're not careful. We come to another NES controller, the Zinger Joystick, also by Bishu. There were approximately 23 of these simple style joysticks released by third parties for the NES, and this is similar to most of them. The Zinger features the A and B buttons on both the joystick itself and the base. There are auto-fire turbo button switches, and stress relief. I don't need to know what those ridges are for. The Zinger was available in 5 hot color combinations, and I own 4 of them because I need help. This has the US National Video Game Team Players' seal of approval, which probably meant they agreed to endorse this for a few free joysticks and a Roy Rogers gift certificate. Wait a second, this endorsement also appeared on the Super Stick. Why was Bishu working with them? Do you like dinosaurs and Christmas? How about at the same time? This is the Universe of Dinosaurs Stegosaurus Santa figurine. I don't know. It may have been a series created for those with a dino fetish. This is bizarre. I checked out all the social media accounts, none of anything on them, nor does the website. Most importantly, this is a work of art, damn it. It's not a toy. Dino boobs belong in a museum. Next is the turbo cable. If you're like everyone else who was disappointed that the TurboGrafx 16 controller's cord is so short, this is your salvation. An upsell to extend the 3.5-foot TurboPad cord by 6 more feet when it should have always been at least several feet long. Yeah, I had to deal with this when I was 10. Another TurboGrafx accessory, and another upsell. It's the Turbo Booster. Since the TurboGrafx 16 console only offered a coaxial TV connection, if you wanted to upgrade to composite video and stereo sound, you needed to shell out extra cash for this RCA cable adapter. The TurboGrafx 16 was one of the few consoles of this era that did not have RCA connectors, which was a bold move considering it was advertised as having superior video and audio quality compared to the competition. Stop nickel and diming me, NEC. This greedy practice turned off some gamers, including me. But don't worry, NEC made up for this when they released Street Fighter II in North America a couple of years later. Oh. You know where else you cannot find Street Fighter II? On the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. Konami offered this all-in-one console featuring around 50 games built in, but there was no Keith Courage, the original packing game. And before you ask, there's still no RCA connectors. This is a Donkey Kong plush puppet made by E-Tone in the early 80s. And where is E-Tone located? Jersey City. The Jerseyest city of them all. I guess if you were someone who still played with stuffed animals, you might want this. Are you a gamer who's disgusted that Nintendo went woke and made their zapper red? You can rectify this personal insult by getting the Video Blaster video gun by Camerica. This is a Western NES light gun that features a 6-shooter revolver style for familiar feel. Familiar feel? How many kids and adults were regularly handling cowboy pistols in 1988? In Japan, their light gun was this 6-shooter, but with different colors. So it looks like Camerica may have ripped off this design entirely. Of course, the Video Blaster was also endorsed by the National Video Game Team, who apparently had zero standards. Camerica? From where? Passaic? Really? What the hell's going on, New Jersey? I used to respect you, well, at least for pork roll. Next is the rare but unwanted Hat Country trading card from Classic Game Fest 2017. I don't know how I got these. I think I've heard of this country weirdo before. Look at that dumb beard and holding this dumb book nobody bought. Now it's on to one of the strangest NES accessories ever released, the Joystick Docking Bay by Archer. This was produced for Radio Shack, and on first glance, it's a standard joystick. However, it is only the shell of a joystick and gains functionality only when inserting a standard NES controller inside of it. So when you push the buttons and move the joystick, the Archer has internals that merely push buttons and levers to strike the real buttons and D-pad on the NES controller. This probably doesn't function well, but no, I'm not going to try it. It's Christmas and I don't need to depress myself even more. Inside the box is a strange note that states it's necessary to allow your mothership, the non-Radio Shack version, to sit upright at room temperature for 24 hours before first use. What? Is this docking bay made with materials containing rare isotopes? You're telling me that this sucker is nuclear? I'd like to dock my foot in the ass of whoever thought of this. They're probably from Bayonne. Here we have Intellivision Amico physical products, not games, for their never released and kinda scammy console. Okay, really scammy. These boxes contain RFID cards that were supposedly going to be used to unlock the game on your console. Each also includes a cheap coin and a Venticular art card. These were sold in batches of 4 for $80 each. Some of these games were never even finished, while others are now available on mobile devices for $15 each. Imagine if you were some YouTuber who promoted this thing. Just imagine. That would be embarrassing. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know a single thing about the Commodore VIC-20. So if you have one or the Commodore 64 and have some racing games and/or breakout clones you want to play, check these out. They might also work with the Atari 2600. I'm not sure. There's no guarantee. Inside this ham tin is a pair of medium-sized Super Mario sleeper shorts. These have never been worn. Well, hold on a second. Let me check. Nope, never worn. But if you're into that sort of thing, contact me privately, and maybe we can work out a deal. That's a joke. Yeah, a joke. I would never sell worn boxers for cash, I think. Here we have the Cartridge Cabinet by ALS Industries. This is a black, wood-grain finished storage unit that can hold up to 18 NES carts. If you were lucky enough to own 18 games or had a friend who did, Kevin, you may have owned or seen this before. The box art shows a decent selection of first and third-party NES games. I picked out some totally random games to put in this one. One strange thing to note is that the 6 middle games stick out a little bit. How do my carts compare to the ones on the box? You know, I always liked Tecmo NBA basketball, especially on the SNES. The Speedboard by Pressman. This piece of plastic is designed as a placemat for your NES controller. Just slide your NES controller into the Speedboard and zap! Your fingers are free to fly over the controller and instantly press the buttons you need to. That's the ad copy on the box. I didn't make it up. Your fingers are free to fly as if your thumbs were too slow and dumb. The Speedboard promotes it being used for higher game scores, but nobody on the planet did better using this thing unless they were born without thumbs. This peripheral was $3.98 at Toys R Us and somehow is still overpriced. But it managed to attain the official Nintendo seal of quality. The best part is that the Speedboard has instructions, and they're super specific on how to hold and use this thing. They also included 4 felt pad stickers to put on the bottom, but I'm missing 2 of them. Oh god, it's no longer complete! This plastic monstrosity is a joke. It cannot even properly hold a Cadbury fruit and nut bar. It's useless. Where did they come up with an idea like this? New Brunswick? I've been there. In Rutgers? In Jersey? Again? And finally, our last NES controller in this holiday gift guide is the Zoomer by Bishu, perfect for the politically absent NES generation. This controller can tilt forward and tilt back, sort of simulating a flight yoke, but not exactly. For a true NES flight yoke experience, you'd need to find a real sicko who owns the Quickshot Aviator 2. The Zoomer has turbo dials and a slow motion function, but the shocking thing is that the Zoomer actually works well enough. I once heard that somebody landed on the aircraft carrier in Top Gun using this thing.
Yes! Yes! I landed with the Zoomer!
Wait a minute, is that yet another endorsement by the US National Video Game Team? I never heard of these guys. Why does their endorsement matter? Who are they? Oh, no. And that wraps up my holiday gift guide. I hope you enjoyed me showing off some of the retro gaming gifts you can get for yourself or a friend this holiday season. And oh, who am I kidding? Most of this stuff was trash back then, and it's trash right now. What have I become? First off, I never get my Christmas videos done on time, and now I'm resorting to this, selling this schlock? Oh man, my first Christmas video, I showed off the TurboGrafx 16 to the world. It was sweet and innocent. And now this junk. Oh, I'm never gonna sell it. I should just throw it all in a dumpster. Or, wait a minute, wait a second. Get some NES controllers, get Super Mario Sleeper Shorts, get a weird Santa Dino, get it all on sale right now during Crazy Pat's greatest Christmas sale ever. Remember, we cannot be undersold, we will not be undersold, and we mean it. Go to Crazy Pat now. Crazy Pat, his prices are insane. Super Mario Sleeper Shorts.
Hey, what are you doing, babe?
I'm watching Pat. Dude, this guy's sold out. He's such a shill.
Christmas sale ever. Remember, we cannot be undersold.
Trying to twerk it. There, I released my Christmas video on Christmas. Are you happy now?